25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And here's the return. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Corrals it at the 45. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Plucks it out of the air. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
He breaks a tackle. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second.
And they're in for a touchdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Looking to throw. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the back. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Don't just make a play, make a play. Fumble recovery, scoop, and score for the touchdown.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the 2nd time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Western Kentucky. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Bringing it back. And he'll take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the tailback. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Let's go.
They'll go to the ground. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Ready up.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set.
They'll leave it with him. Fighting off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put some. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Back to pass. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run play action. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Wants to bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Ready, set,
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started.
easy.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got a wide open receiver. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one,
Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You talk about dialing up the perfect play against the bootleg. The cat blitz. They bring the corner right to where he's bootlegging. They force the sack. Nice call by the defense.
And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Now on third down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time.
Get set, get set.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the set. Jackrabbit.
Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Under fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Here's the pressure. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. That's reeled in. It's Russ. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll run the sneak for it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man, it's Sloan. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those 3rd and longs.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Great place to start for this offense. Hands it off. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold. That one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll try to pop the draw. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Stark. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Wants to go up top. Big fella moving. And it's in for a touchdown.
Really nice job between the quarterback and tight end on that play. And in this area of the field, these windows are really small, so you've got to have great timing. QB and tight end showed you right there.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Baylor took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Bears that fired on all cylinders. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Catch in the middle, it's Thorne. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. Fights off a defender. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away.
Number 15 in punt formation to kick it away.
Here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one.
On the double.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Spider.
Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
No gain on the play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Picks up 6.
Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Oh, he's got some space. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Second down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll give it to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Brings up second down.
Handoff to the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Brings up
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
for the extra point.
And they did tack on the extra point. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Bringing the heat. Heaves it on the run. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Sloan. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the tight end. Smashes through the tackle. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it past the marker. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense set on 1st down.
Jackrabbit.
The give to the back. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you
Unleashes one deep. And he's got a touchdown.
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. He'll heave it deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Lining up to convert 3rd down. To the air. It's slow. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Bold. And runs through another one. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Right down the middle. Looking to get it in. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Gamecocks are on the move.
Base 27 jump. Base 27.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
From the gun. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas State has the lead right now. San Marcos has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by 7 over Rice. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0. They're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Fires to the big fella. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw it slow. Finds his back in the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Now on 2nd down.
Tackle is made at the 37.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Breaks into the open. Defense trying to take it back. They had to have it, and they got it. A touchdown late in this game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.